Hi, I'm Kathi with Do Yoga With Me, and this is a beginner Pilates mat class. Make sure that you do the video that explains the 5 Pilates principles first, and you'll be in good form. We're here at the beautiful beach with the waves lapping in the background. Beautiful day. So grab your mat and let's go. All right, so we're going to start on our backs. So set your feet up before you roll yourself back, and it's a good way to know whether your feet are set up in a good position or not. Outside edge of your feet parallel, which for some people sort of almost feels like it's pigeon-toed. It's not. Heel in line with your center toe, your knees, your hips, and then when you roll yourself down onto your back, your shoulders. So there's 2 parallel lines running up either side of your body. And I want you to focus on relaxing your shoulders and your neck, your chest and your jaw and your face, and keeping that broad collarbone. So you're heavy through your sacrum. That little grape is under your low back. We're neutral. Our hip bones and pubic bone are parallel to the floor. And in this neutral position, we're going to start with a nice, deep, slow, focused, wide breath in, east-west breath. And then on your exhale through pursed lips, press the breath all the way out and relax your shoulders, your neck, your chest, your jaw, your arms, your face. And again, deep, slow, wide breath in, east-west breath. And on your exhale, again, relax if you've noticed any tension creep into your upper body, your arms or hands. And this time, deep, slow, wide breath in, back and sides of your rib cage. On your exhale, we're going to imprint. So engage your deep pelvic floor first, zip it up, and then shorten through your hips and ribs. So tuck your tailbone towards your heels, your hip bones and ribs come towards your midline, and then on your inhale, release back to neutral. Again, same thing. On your exhale, imprint, shorten, squish the grape under your low back. Remember the grape under your low back when you're neutral. And then inhale to release back to neutral. Let's do it one more time. Exhale again, deep pelvic floor leads the way. Then zip it up as you shorten, rib cage down, relax your shoulders, your neck, your chest, your jaw. Inhale to release. And this time to a hip roll. You may need to adjust your feet, that's fine. Exhale to imprint, and then squeeze your sitting bones and peel your spine off your mat, tailbone, sacrum, lumbar spine, lower thoracic and mid-thoracic. Hold it there with a wide breath in. And then on your exhale, roll it down. Push your sternum, your breastbone into your back. Pull your tailbone to your heels through your imprint and release. 2 more times like that. Wide breath in. Exhale to imprint first. Squeeze your sitting bones. Try to keep every toe connected to the floor and your thigh bones parallel. Breath in here. And again, roll it down. Tuck, scoop, lengthen, and release your hips and pelvis back to neutral. Last time, deep breath in. Exhale to imprint. Squeeze your sitting bones. So feel that sequencing and that flow all the way up. Keep your front rib cage down. Breath in at the top. And exhale to roll it down, pulling and lengthening through your imprint and release back to neutral. Bring your feet together and just let your knees drop apart. Now again, this position isn't comfortable for everybody, so if that's not comfortable for you, just bring your knees back up and just hold it here while we do arm circles. If not, just bounce your knees a few times and then just rest your legs there. We just want to try to get our hips to start opening. Without moving your spine, reach your arms straight up to the sky. Focus on your bottom rib cage as you reach your arms back as far as you can without popping your bottom rib cage, and then circle your arms around to your sides. Again, inhale, reach your arms up with a breath in, and then exhale through pursed lips as you circle around one more time. Inhale to reach your arms up and back, and then exhale to circle around opposite direction, palms up. Inhale to circle your arms around to the back of the room or to the back of the rock, and exhale right through the center. Again, big breath in as you reach your arms around without moving your spine. So your spine is stable here. Last time, big breath in. And this time, take your hands straight up to the sky and rotate your hands palms in. From neutral, I want you to focus on your shoulder blades, your scapula. So on your inhale, let your fingertips float up, protraction, and then release back to neutral. One more time. Little breath in as you float your fingertips up into protraction. Press your fingerprints together and just picture your breath going in between your shoulder blades here. Deep breath as you gently press your fingerprints. And then exhale to release. Now rotate your hands, lace your thumbs and or index fingers together without moving your spine again here. Reach your arms above your head. Slide your shoulder blades up to your ears, elevating your scapula. Now without moving your spine, think of that three-dimensional breath filling up your rib cage, back, sides, and front of your rib cage. Deep breath in here. And then on your exhale, press the breath all the way out. Just let your shoulders relax. If you want to rest your hands right down on the floor, let your hands rest. And we're going to do the whole thing one more time. Slide your shoulder blades up. Hollow out the bowl between your hip bones if you can, and fill your rib cage up. Deep breath. And then on your exhale, release your shoulders and elbows. Let your arms float up. Take your hands apart. Adjust your shirt if you need to, and then all the way down by your sides. So now we're going to go into your hip release, which basically just warms up our hip sockets. So keeping your pelvis stable, slide your legs straight out in front, rotate inwards, and then bend your knees up. So you're going to drop your knees apart and then straighten your legs out either together or one at a time. Rotate your knees in and then bend your knees up. One more time this direction. Big stretch out, feet are pointed, slide your legs out, rotate in and bend your knees up. Now this time drop your heels and lift your toes into dorsiflexion. Slide your legs straight out. Now you're going to rotate your thigh bones out and then bend your knees out to the side. If you've got a slippery surface and you've got socks on, you probably can do this with both legs doing the same thing. Bend your knees out to the sides and back to center. And one more time, slide it out. Really actively flex to get that good stretch through your Achilles, your calf, the backs of your legs, and all the way back to your starting position. And just rock your head from side to side, nice and loose. Little head circles, other direction. And that completes our warm-up. We're ready to go. And we're going to start with your ab prep. So, setting yourself up in neutral. The grape is under your low back, arms either long by your sides or fingertips behind your ears with your elbows lifted, open collarbone. So I'm going to take my arms down by my sides just so I don't, I can still see the screen from where I am at. Your choice, whatever feels right for you. So reaching your arms, inhale, tuck your chin. Remember you want to hang on to that little orange or the lacrosse ball. On your exhale, engage first, zip it up, and then keep that shape here as you lift your head and shoulders. I want you to think of sliding your underarms down towards your hips. Breathe in here, and then exhale to roll it down. Now I want you to find neutral and keep neutral. The grape is there. Inhale to tuck. Exhale, engage, zip it up, and lift your head, neck, and shoulders without moving your hips, without tucking and dropping forwards here. Slide it down, breathe in, and then roll it down. We're going to do two more. Inhale to tuck, engage, zip it up. Exhale as you lift, your front rib cage pulls into your spine. Breathe in here. And exhale, roll it all the way down. And last time, inhale to tuck. If your neck starts to talk to you a little bit, just take your fingertips for a gentle support. Breathe in. And exhale, roll it all the way down. So now you're going to squish the grape into your imprint. Remember, imprint comes from your front body, not your back body. You're not pushing down, you're shortening. Bring your right leg up to tabletop. Now engage your abdominals, and holding your right leg where it is, bring your left leg up to tabletop, and then just hug your knees into your chest and roll your knees from side to side. We're going to go into frog legs. So heels together, toes and knees apart. I do a lot in frog legs. I love this position. I want you to focus on two things here. One is that you are imprinted, so you're squishing the grape. The second is that you are engaged and you're zipping it up to your bottom rib cage. Think of those two things. Arms down, rotate your hands so your palms up. So keep squishing the grape, keep your abdominals connected, and breathe in through your nose. On your exhale, straighten your legs out onto a shallow diagonal, as straight as you can. And we'll talk about that in a moment. And then inhale to bend and flex. So I want you to keep going with that as I cue you through a few different things. So exhale to press and squeeze and straighten. Your diagonal might be up here, your diagonal might be down there. Inhale to bend and flex. Again, exhale as you press and straighten. Now watch out for this. You don't want your belly to pop, your lumbar spine to lift. You want to squish and engage. And then inhale to bend and flex. So we're going to do 2 more. Exhale to press your legs out. If it goes into your low back and you feel it in your low back, just bend your knees or straighten your legs a smudge, or even less. And then inhale to bend and flex 1 more time. Or you may just want to take your legs straight up and keep your knees soft. You're working to the point where you feel your abdominals working. And then inhale to hug your knees into your chest. That should feel intense. I do that in all levels of classes. You will always feel the intensity even as your abdominals get really strong. So just roll your knees from side to side. And then take your hands behind your knees and roll yourself up into a seated position. You can stay here in length with your mat. All right, so nice and tall. Roll your shoulders back and down. We always want to start in an active starting position. So here I'm lengthening my spine, crown of my head to the sky. If this irritates your hip flexors, your hip crease, then bring your feet together and drop your knees apart. If not, just keep your legs in those 2 parallel lines. So we're going into a half roll back here. Lots of abdominals. Relax your shoulders, plug your arms in for that nice open collarbone. Inhale to hold and prepare. I'm just going to let my feet relax a little bit on this one. On your exhale, engage your deep pelvic floor, zip it up, and now pull your hip bones away from your thigh bones and round out through your sacrum. Inhale to lift your arms up. And now exhale, pull your rib cage in to curl forwards and then lift and articulate right back up to that long spine. Let's do that again. Inhale to hold. Exhale, roll it back. So you're really thinking of your hip bones pulling back and your front rib cage pulling in and hollowing out that bowl without pushing it out, because it's really easy to do in this position. Inhale to lift. Exhale, curl it over. And then again, lift and lengthen. We're going to do it 2 more times. Inhale to hold. Exhale, roll it back, engage your abdominals, try to relax your legs, take it out of your legs a little bit. Inhale to lift. If you want to, you can roll back a tiny bit further to make it a little bit more intense. And then exhale, and then inhale, and last time. Exhale to roll your hip bones back, scoop your rib cage in, relax your shoulders. Watch out for this position here, which I see a lot. Inhale to lift your arms up, roll it back a little further if you choose, and then exhale to curl it over. Hold it here just for a moment. Just let your head go. Breathe into the back and sides of your ribs. And then exhale to come all the way out. And we're going to go into a spine twist, which is spinal rotation, basically. So if you have any tightness through your hamstrings or your back or your glutes, then sitting like this, you may look a little bit more like this because everything's pulling you backwards. So if that's the case, sit on a block or a rolled up towel and a rolled up yoga mat to get your sitting bones a little higher, and or bend your knees a little bit. Just your goal here is to sit as tall as you can, right? So you want to be as neutral as you can. All right, and your legs are as straight as you can get them. If you need to bend them, bend them. Arms float out to the side, relax your shoulders. There's a lot to think about here. Belly to back, zip it up, crown of your head to the sky. Inhale to hold and prepare. You're going to rotate to your right first. So on your exhale, just think of your rib cage rotating for 3. So that's 1. And then just release as you sniff in. And again, exhale for 2, release with a little sniff in, and exhale for 1, and then inhale, come all the way back to your starting position. Again, 3 counts. So it's exhale as you rotate crown of your head to the sky for 3. Little breath in to release. Exhale for 2. Watch out for this. Little release. Exhale for 1. Inhale all the way back to your starting position. Engaged and zipped up. Again to your right. Exhale as you pull your ribs away from your hips. Little release. Exhale. Try not to lean onto your left cheek. Equal weight over both sitting bones for 1, and then inhale all the way back to your start, again to your left. Exhale as you lift and rotate, zipping it up, little sniff, again for 2, little sniff, again for 1. Inhale all the way back to center. Let's do one more time each side. Exhale as you lift and rotate, crown of your head to the sky for 3. Little release, zip it up, exhale for 2. Little release, exhale for 1. Inhale all the way up to your start. Again, think about your neck. 2, you don't want to drop, you don't want to lift, you want to be neutral. Release again for 2. Little sniff in, again for 1. And then inhale all the way back to center. Continue to decompress even as you come back to your starting position. And relax. All right, I'm going to get you to do a roll up now. So this is one, if you haven't done this one before, I want you to watch the whole thing first because I don't want you to do it while your neck is in rotation. So onto your back, legs are straight out in front of you, rib cage is down. You're going to reach your arms up and then to the back of your room. Keep your shoulders out of your ears. On your inhale, lift your arms straight up to the sky. On your exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Think of bending your sternum. Now I'm going to squish the grape here, scoop as I come up and over. And now here, I'm going to lift up and over like I'm lifting over a wall. So I'm rounding out, I'm hollowing out, and then from here, lead with your tailbone as you slowly, vertebra by vertebra, roll it all the way down. Bottom rib stays down as you float your arms all the way back. So if that's no problem for you, keep going. Inhale to lift. Exhale, some of you might get stuck right here. If that is the case, then I want you to roll your mat up a couple times and have it underneath your low back. And that little bit of a lift will help you right here come up. If that's not enough, then you can take a full mat and lie it down this way on your mat, which is really helpful for your roll up and will help you get stronger. So let's do 2 more. Inhale to lift your arms up, tuck your chin to your chest. Now squish the grape, scoop up and over, lengthen your spine up and out of your pelvis. Keep this shape with your spine as you pull your hip bones back. Squeeze your sitting bones vertebra by vertebra, roll it all the way down, rib cage down as you float your arms back. Inhale to lift your arms up, tuck your chin to your chest. Squish the grape, scoop. Now really hollow out. Make this intense here. Your fingertips shouldn't go past your toes. If they do, that means you're pushing your hip bones into your thigh bones, and we want to try to lift and lengthen there. So let's do one more time. Inhale, lift your arms up first. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Squish the grape as you scoop and up and over. Rib cage really pulls up away from your hips. Inhale to lead with your tailbone. Relax your shoulders vertebra by vertebra. Slowly float all the way back and circle your arms around to your sides. Hug your knees to your chest, and just again, if you need to roll your knees from side to side, you can, and then roll yourself up. Okay, I'm going to get you to go onto your tummy. So, onto your tummy. You probably won't have any sand on your mat, but I have a little bit of sand on my mat. I want you to take your legs apart about shoulder width, which for most of you isn't as wide as you might think it is. And I want you to bend your elbows to your sides. So keeping your shoulders out of your ears and your crown of your head like it's reaching away from you, and your tailbone like it's reaching the other direction. Softly, I want you to think of pushing your pubic bone down, but pulling your belly up and in like there's an ice cube or a tack about an inch below your navel. Keeping your broad collarbone and broad across the top of your shoulders. Eyes look straight down to the floor. I want you to picture a marble right in front of the tips of your nose. The tip of your nose, assuming you have one nose. On your inhale, roll the marble away into neck extension, and then pause there. Then on your exhale, without using your hands, slide the tips of your shoulders into your back pockets into thoracic extension. Hold it here with a breath in, and then reach the crown of your head as you lower your shoulders, and then lower your eyes. Charge the fronts of your legs a little bit. Charge your quads just to counterbalance your glutes. On your inhale again, roll the marble, neck extension, pause there when you can't reach the marble. Exhale without using your arms, tips of your shoulders draw a V down into your back pockets. Pubic bone is down, belly up and in, breathe in. And then exhale, slowly lower your shoulders and then lower your eyes. One more time. Inhale to roll the marble into neck extension. Exhale, slide the tips of your shoulders into your back pockets, keeping your shoulders out of your ears. Breathe into your chest. Now this time, adjust your hands if you need to. Spread your fingers, press into your index finger, and see if you can press up a little bit higher into your full extension, which might look different than mine. Breathe in. And then as you come out of this, I want you to think of pulling yourself forwards. So you're longer spine than when you started. Shoulders and then eyes. So let's do that again. Inhale to roll the marble. Exhale into thoracic extension. Hold it with a breath. Spread your fingers. Press into your index finger as you exhale all the way up. Breathe into your chest. And then pull yourself forwards as you roll it all the way down, shoulders down, and eyes down. And now you're going to press yourself back into a shell stretch. So hands are to your knees or to your feet. Scoop your belly in, tuck your tailbone, let your shoulder blades slide apart, tuck your chin, and really focus on the breath going into your low back. Exhale to hold. Let's do that one more time. Deep breath in. Exhale to hold. Now reach your left arm forwards and slide your right rib to your right hip. Walk your left arm across your midline. So you're really focusing on that left side of your rib cage and your low back. You can just rest your right hand either beside your knee or to your foot. And now really stretch out through that left side and take a big breath into your left side. And then exhale. Bring that hand back. Reach your right arm forwards. Hinge your left rib to your left hip. Walk your right arm across your midline and take a big stretch into your right side. And then exhale. Come back to center into your neutral cat. Hands below your shoulders, knees below your hips. Spread your fingers, shoulders out of your ears. And again, find neutral. So neutral in this position is pubic bone, sitting bones perpendicular to the floor. Inhale to hold and prepare. We're going to go into an angry cat position. So tuck your tailbone, pull your belly in, pull your rib cage in as you round your spine up to the sky. Slide your shoulder blades, let your head drop down. Breathe in. And now here, keep this shape with your spine and hinge your hips back towards your heels. Hold it here with a big breath into your low back. Tuck your tailbone to curl it back to center, and then articulate tail to top to come all the way out. And seeing as though we're in this perfect position for a plank, we're going to go into a high plank. So same thing with your fingers. You want to spread your fingers, claw the floor gently with your fingertips, and get that mound down, this mound down under your index finger. Okay, that's your number one pressure point. All right, and then your toes back, curl your toes under, and lift up. So you're going to watch out. So start the move right away with me if you can. Keep your shoulders out of your ears. Watch out that you don't wing your shoulder blades. So you want to pull your body up into your shoulder blades. And you can take your feet a little wider if you want to make it a tiny bit easier. You can lift your hips up a little bit, but I still want your shoulders over the heels of your hands, so you might need to move your feet closer. In a perfect world, stay in your plank if you can. In a perfect world, your hips are shoulder height or maybe a tiny bit lower. Watch out that they don't get too low, because then your shoulders will wing and it's just not as efficient. So we're just going to hold it here for a couple more seconds. If you're new to plank, you may want to drop down onto your knees, which is totally fine. And then when you can, go back onto your toes, or you may want to do the whole thing from your knees. Hopefully you're still up in a plank, either from your toes or your knees. We're just going to hold it for about another 10 seconds. You may only last for 15 seconds the first time you do it. You may be able to get up to 3 minutes. So really charge your arms, like claw the floor. Feel the energy from the floor come up into your arms and hands. and just lower your knees down, uncurl your toes, reach your arms forwards, and pull your hips back onto your heels and press your underarms down to the floor. Just let your head rest. Deep breath in. Okay, we're going to come up and go onto our side. Bottom arm, if you can, is long. If this causes any pinching, you can bend your elbow, take it out in front, put your head on a block or a pillow, or if you can, this is the position that I'd like you to try to start in. So you can have your bottom leg bent. A little bit more challenging is straight. Play around with it, see what works for you. Start with it bent. Straighten out your top leg, hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder, front hand tense in front of you with your shoulder out of your ear. All right, I'm going to straighten both my legs, but feel free to bend your bottom leg. So really, I want you to focus on the distance between your hips and ribs, the same on both sides. Keep your shoulder out of your ear. All right, so I want you to lift your right leg hip height or maybe a tiny bit higher than hip height. I've got a rock that's going into my leg, so I have to just adjust around that rock. So lift your leg there, and now lift your bottom leg just to a hover. See how my bottom leg's just floating off the floor? You don't have to do that. You can let your bottom leg go if you want. I'm going to get you to do little tiny circles with your top leg. So it's inhale through one circle and exhale through the next. No bigger than maybe a large dinner plate. Inhale and exhale. Now this whole time I'm really using my abdominals so I keep my balance and I don't rock back and forth in my hips and pelvis. My hand is in front to help stabilize. And then one more time, pause at the top, same thing, other direction. Inhale through one circle and then exhale through the next, keeping your top shoulder out of your ear. Inhale, keeping your abdominals engaged, and exhale. And two more sets. Inhale, open collarbone, and exhale, reaching your foot away from you. And last set, inhale, and exhale to pause at the top. Bring your bottom leg up to meet your top leg and lower your legs all the way down for a little rest. Inhale to hold, and exhale to hold. So this time, inhale, your right leg floats up. Try not to shorten at this waist. Try to keep that length. On your exhale, lift your bottom leg up to meet your top leg. Now lift both legs up as high as you can. Keep that top leg where it is and just lower your bottom leg a couple inches and then exhale to lift. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. You might start to feel your legs or your glutes or your hip a little bit by now. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. We have two more. Inhale to lower, really charge your legs. Exhale to lift. One more time. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Now hold your legs up as high as you can. Try not to sickle your feet and get your heels apart. A lot of people do that. I want you to try to get your heels relatively close. Now if you can, engage your abdominals. Keep your eyes open and see if you can take your hand to the side of your leg for a little bit of balance here. And just lift your legs as high as you can. Hold it here for 8, 7, 6, 5. Shoulder out of your ear. 3, 2, and all the way down. Good job. Bend your knees out in front of you and take both arms out in front of you. You can put your head on a block or just let your head rest. Reach your top arm, your right arm up, and then just rotate, but try not to bring your hips with you. So you're going into a deep spinal rotation here. It feels lovely. Breathe into your chest. And then exhale, reach your fingertips up to the sky, shoulder over shoulder, hip over hip. And now we get to do the other side. So now we're going to have our right leg down, our left leg up. Bottom arm again is long, or you can grab a block. Hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder. You may find one side easier than the other. Front hand tense. So you want to make sure that you're neutral through your neck and all the way down to your spine. Front arm forwards and charge your legs, engage your abdominals, rib cage in, all this stuff to remember. Lift your left leg up, then float your right leg just to that hover. You're just going to hold your right leg still. Little circles with your left leg. Inhale through one circle and exhale through the next. Reach your foot away from you as far as you can. Think of drawing a circle in wet, hard sand, and you have to reach to dig your toes in. Inhale and exhale. And one more time. Inhale and exhale to pause at the top, other direction. Inhale through one circle and exhale through the next. Doesn't have to be a big circle. Inhale, keep their top shoulder down, and exhale, underside of your waist lifts. Inhale and exhale, and last set. Inhale and exhale to pause. Inhale to hold, exhale, lift your bottom leg up, and then just lower your legs for that little break. So really have to lift. The more hourglass you are, the more challenging it is to keep your waist lifted. Keep your shoulder down, tent your hand, lift your left leg up, hip height or slightly higher. Inhale to hold. On your exhale, lift your bottom leg up to meet your top leg. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Really squeeze. Think of squeezing all the muscles surrounding your thigh bone, your femur bone. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Just two more. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Focus on your front rib cage pulling in. Inhale to lower. And last time. Exhale to lift and hold it there. Keep your eyes open. Take your left hand to your left side. And then again, see if you can lift your legs a little higher. You might be wobbling around. That's okay. That means that your stabilizers are working. Inhale to hold and exhale all the way down. Bend your knees out in front of you, 45 degrees or thereabouts. Take your arms out in front of you, and on your inhale, reach your left arm up and just rotate through your shoulder girdle, but keep your hips stacked. Big stretch. Breathe into your chest. And then exhale, reach your fingertips up to the sky, shoulder over shoulder, palm over palm, hip over hip. And now I'm going to get you to have a seat. All right. Just take your legs out in front of you and just drape yourself over your knees and just let your head go. We're just going to cool it down here. So breathe into the back and sides of your rib cage, in between your shoulder blades. And then exhale. And again, a big breath in. And then exhale and roll all the way up. And just seated in whatever position is comfortable for you. So because we always want a long spine, everybody's position is going to be different. You may want to sit kneeling with your heels right underneath your sitting bones, which is fine. I like to sit this way as opposed to my ankles crossed because it's not uniform. So if you choose to sit with your ankles crossed, I encourage you to sit with your uncomfortable leg forwards until you get to the point where you don't know which one is your comfortable and uncomfortable leg, and it will happen. So keeping nice and long through your spine, I want your elbows right to your sides. You can just rest your hands in front of you. Inhale to hold. On your exhale, take your head to your right shoulder. Lift your left ear up towards the sky. Take your right hand to the side of your head and just relax. So I don't want you to pull your head. I just want you to relax your arms so you really can get that nice long neck in your left side. Take your left arm out to the side. Push the heel of your hand away from you and then slowly draw your arm as you pull your shoulder away from your ear. Little breath in. And release. As you lift, lengthen. And other side. Remember, you've just stretched this out, so don't undo what we've just undone. Take your right arm up, or sorry, that's your left arm. Relax the left side of your neck. Relax your jaw. Take your right arm out to the side. Press the heel of your hand away from you. And then same again, just slide your shoulder away from your ear for that good stretch. Little breath in here. And all the way back up. And one more stretch. Take your hands onto your sternum. Think of drawing the skin of your sternum down to the floor. Slide your shoulders down. Keep your jaw shut without clenching. And then just tilt your head up towards the sky. In my case, the beautiful sun hitting my face. It's lovely. And just keep your chin shut or your jaw shut and just tilt slightly off center so you feel that stretch move slightly off to one side. Doesn't matter what side you do first. And then back to center. And then other side. These are great stretches if you tend to grind your teeth or clench your jaw. Back to center. The whole time you're drawing your skin down. And then inhale to lift all the way up. And exhale to relax. Good job. Take a deep breath in. Gather up as much energy as you can. Exhale, take it right in front of your heart center. And namaste.